everybody. How are you this evening? I'm Jeanette from Boricua Sewing and Crafts. I see people are already starting to get on the line. I am like super excited this week. This has been like an awesome week for me. I have been sold out of a particular item. I mean, I was just like, sorry about that, my phone. I was just like blown away. I mean, you know how like when I like talk about like you have your Etsy shop and you set it up in the beginning and it's like you got all the items listed and everything. And then one time I was telling you guys that once I did that and then I told my husband, okay, I got it up. And then like 10 minutes later, I was like telling him nobody's buying. And he's like, give it time. Well, I was like expecting it to like go like cha-ching, 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 cha-ching. Well, that happened. I mean, it was like ching-ching all the way. And I was just like, what the heck? And if you guys watched me last week, you guys saw that I was talking about, ooh, almost choked. These pillows. Let me get some water. Pocket pillows for the dads. I was shocked. This is something that I made last year, okay? It's not like this. This isn't the one that I sold. The one that I sold said pop spot, don't get too comfortable. And then it had remote here and snacks here, right? And what I did on my listing was I had put two. I put poppy spot and then I put pop spot. And then I put down there and, with a little notation saying, I can customize it however you want. And, what I did was I vacuum bagged all of the filling of the pillow. And, and the filling comes with the pillow. And I was doing free shipping. And a lot of people reached out. I mean, a lot of people reached out. And I think what happened was I saw other people in Etsy were offering like similar stuff. Sometimes sometimes look the same. But what happened was they were priced a little higher and then they were not offering the free shipping. So what ends up happening is like, and this is something for you guys to think about if you have your items out on the Etsy shop. And I'm going to say hi to you guys and stuff, but I just want to get this out there because I want you guys to know what I did, okay? When you are pricing in Etsy, a lot of times you should offer the free shipping, okay? So what you do is, this is how I strategize. I looked at how people were selling the product similar to what I was selling. And I saw that they were selling it at a certain price, but then I saw they were not including the shipping, right? So they was like, I sold mine for $24.99, right? So somebody else was selling them for $24.99, but they weren't including the shipping. So I'm saying $24.99, including the shipping. So this is usually what happens because I know I do this as a buyer. You take an item, you put it in your shopping cart, and then you're thinking, okay, $24.99. Then when you go and you add the shipping, then what happens is your price isn't $24.99 anymore. Now you're paying like $30. So what ends up happening, I know this is how I think when I'm shopping. I'm like, okay, $30, right? For this almost the same thing, but if I go with this other person, it's just $24.99 with the tax, and that's it. I don't have to pay the extra for the shipping. So if you really do the numbers and stuff, it's a lot cheaper. So anyway, that sold out like crazy. So I think I priced it right. I did the pricing right, and I put the options of being able to customize and all that kind of stuff. And people did. A lot of people reached out. They would send me a note and they would be like, hey, instead of pop spot, can you put daddy spot? Can you put papa spot? They asked for grandpa spot. And I'm like, yeah, I can do that. I mean, it's no big deal because I did not embroider them. I used heat vinyl transfer and I used my Cricut. And that was like super easy to do. It was just like, put the vinyl through the machine and stuff, and all I had to do was modify the the seam, make sure it fit and everything, set up my heat press, good to go, package it up, and out the door it went. So I was able to do the super fast shipping, and I was able to just get those things out the door. So I was just like shocked. And I had these pillows for a long, long time because I was trying to embroider them, right? I was embroidering them. And if you look at my shop, you'll see that I kind of like embroider some of them. And, I have like cute little embroidery, just like I did with my dad's. This is one that I did for my dad. And, I would put like something here, and then I was doing it with people's names on it. And I was leaving this blank, but I was just embroidering the pocket, right? And, it's sold. I was able to sell a couple, but it wasn't like flying off the shelf. This literally like flew off the shelf. And it got to the point where it was like, okay, maybe my girlfriend wanted to buy one, and I'm like, I'm sold out. Okay. So I do have another order in for blanks. They're from a different company, so I don't know if it's going to be the same quality. So that's why I'm not reactivating my listing yet, because I like to look at the item that, the blank. I want to make sure that it meets my standards, because everything that leaves my Etsy shop, it has to meet my standards. I do not like to create something and then it's like, junk, you know what I'm saying? Because remember, when you create those items and stuff like that, and you sell them and you give them to customers and stuff, that represents you, it represents your shop. And you don't want them to like look at it and go, oh, this is cheap, this is cheesy, or whatever. You want them to be like, damn, this is nice, And then next thing you know, you got repeat customers and all that kind of good stuff. You know what I mean? So anyway, but I had to share that with you guys about that sold out, because it's the first time it ever happened. It's the first time. Well, was it? Okay, well, all right. So Mother's Day, Mother's Day, I had the kitchen towel, right? La cocina de abuela with the pilon. And now I made a different one, and I think I showed this to you guys last week. But this has not sold at all. But I'm kind of like, okay, it could be the colors. That's what I'm thinking. Maybe it's because, I have all these different colors and stuff like that. So I'm going to work on this design a little bit. Because I don't know, for some reason, the Puerto Rican flag on the pilon is like very, very, very popular. So I just have to work on more of the design. I think that the wording is nice, the flan, the adobo, the sofrito, the pasteles, and all that kind of stuff. I think the wording is okay. I just got to work on the design a little bit. I don't think that this is something that's going to fly. So, it was a cute idea, but I'm just going to keep playing with the design and all that kind of stuff. So, I wanted to tell you guys also about how I came up with that pocket pillow, right? Because I was, I watch a lot of YouTube and all that kind of stuff. I kind of like YouTube more than I like regular TV, right? So I guess because you get to pick whatever topic you want to listen to, So I was looking and I was searching, like, how do you find like the best products, right? Because that is one of the things that always goes through my mind, We like to embroider. We love to embroider. But a lot of times what we like to do is we like to create things that we like to do. But the thing is, sometimes that's not what the customer wants. Okay. So you could do what you want, but the thing is, at the same time, you got to look at what trends are out there and what is it that people are gravitating to, like, or what the needs are, right? Like the face mask. The face mask was a big thing, from the pandemic. Right now, a lot of people now are vaccinated. Face mask is going to be a thing of the past. Okay. You're not going to see too many people that are going to be reaching out saying, hey, I need a face mask. And, and the thing is, in the beginning, they were like real hot. I was like sewing them like crazy. I was selling them like crazy. I made like $2,000 in 1 month, just doing the face mask when the whole pandemic first hit. But what ends up happening is now it's like, there's no more pandemic. Well, I'm not going to say there's no more pandemic, but it's not like before, right? Like before, it was like, the stores didn't have face masks, okay? They weren't being manufactured and everything. So they relied a lot on people that knew how to sew to buy them. So the places for you to obtain one was kind of limited at that time. So that was like the perfect time to like jump in and get it, right? So the way I look at it, like when you look at retail and all that kind of stuff, it's kind of like an in the moment thing. So you got to find that in the moment and see what is hot, what's trending, what is it that people want, right? So one of the things that I did is I went into the Etsy shop, not my shop, but just plain Etsy in general. And if in the search bar you type bestsellers and you hit enter, and then you sort by most recent, right? Because there's a little tag on your right, on your right side of the scroll bar, and there where you can sort, right? So you can sort like by free shipping or something like that. So sort it by most recent. Then what you do is look at what people are looking at. Look at, that kind of gives you an idea of what people are searching and what they're buying and what are they looking for. Then look for the certain type of things that you see out there that people, when you look at an ad and it says 20 people have this in their cart, right? Right there, that's when you start going, oh, okay, so a lot of people like that particular item, right? So that's when your brain can start go, okay, somebody's got something there. How can I, could I make something similar or something, gives or something in that ballpark, right? To try to attract those type of customers. But what happened was I had a bunch of these pillows, right? I had bought them, to do embroidery last year, right? So I made this for my dad, but I really didn't put it out there. So this year I did the La Cocina de Abuela kitchen towel, and they came out like that was a real big hit. It ended up getting the bestseller flag on the Etsy shop and all that kind of stuff. And I'm going to be honest, I was kind of tired of embroidering that towel, but it is a beautiful towel. I admit it. It's one of my favorites. And I could tell that a lot of people love that towel. So I started looking, and then I saw that people were selling pocket pillows for the fathers, right? And they had different things. So I said, okay, well, I'm going to do that too, because heck, I got like 50 of these pillows sitting in here. Well, I don't have 50. I bought 50. I think I may have had in my house about 30 or 35. Well, they're all gone. I have nothing now, okay? But what ended up happening was I said, okay, but I didn't want to do all the embroidering on it because, embroidery takes a lot of work. And the thing is, if I was to embroider it, I'm not going to sell it for like $24 on embroidery. Well, I think I do have them in there for $24 right now with embroidery. What am I talking about? But anyway, so I said, let me just do the heat vinyl transfer. And that's the other thing too. I didn't know how the heat vinyl transfer was going to work with this material either. So I took one, tried it out because, sometimes with the heat press, it's a lot of pressure, it's a lot of heat, and you don't know how well it's going to behave with the fibers and the material, right? It worked great. And I was kind of like, oh, okay. And it's quick and easy. And, I was like, okay, so it worked. So next thing you know, I was able to pump them out a lot faster because I was able to use my Cricut machine, and I created all the templates. And, I even put on the ad that you can customize it. And when people did the customization, I was able to just go ahead and just, change it up and cut it out and print it out. So I was just like, weed it out and, heat press it. So just wanted to give you guys that little tip that I did, just go onto Etsy, type bestsellers and stuff like that. And, you will start getting ideas. Now, I know that sometimes you want to create your own stuff, and I got that. I do too. You know what I'm saying? Heck, I made this, right? You want to, because you want to create your own stuff, but let's be real too. Sometimes what you create and what you like at that time is not what people really, really want, right? Like I even went and I don't know what I'm going to do with these, okay? I bought a whole bunch of these. They're coming, okay? I think they're coming by the end of this month. I bought a whole bunch of these quilted blanks. So I haven't sold not one. Okay, everybody loves them. Everybody thinks they're pretty and stuff like that. And they're like, oh, they're so cute and stuff like that. And I love the way, you embroidered it and all that stuff, but I haven't bought any. So, I haven't sold any. So, but my plans is I will, when the blanks come in, I'll sell the blanks. I'll just sell the blanks then, if I can't find, because to be honest, I mean, and you never know either. You never know, like with the virus, the pandemic, people couldn't go out and everything like that. Next thing you know, all the babies are gonna come out. So you don't know. You know what I'm saying? It could be that maybe, all the babies didn't bake yet and they haven't, come out yet. So people aren't asking for the blankets yet. So you don't know. So I'm hoping, but we'll see what happens with that. So anyway, I just wanted to tell you guys about my experience with these pillows and how they had they flew off the shelves literally. So it's like, so you guys, man, get on it. If you guys can do this, I mean, I would be like, do it, because it's good. It was a very good cash flow for me. It worked really, really, really well. The other thing that I wanted to talk to you guys about is customer service. And this is the reason why I wanted to do this, add this little topic for this Friday. Because, I was looking at YouTube and all that kind of stuff. And I came across a video of and it wasn't even one video. It was like several videos. And they were talking about customers and kind of like bad experiences that they've had. And when they started talking about that, I started to think about it, and I understood what the YouTubers were saying. Totally got it. And I felt the same way in a lot of the aspects, but I wanted to do something. So I wanted to talk to you guys about this. Sometimes with customer service, one of the things you have to do is you have to look at it from both perspectives. You have to look at it from the perspective of, the perspective of the seller, through the seller's eyes, the situation through the seller's eyes. You also have to look at it from the buyer's eyes as well. And what I wanted to do is talk to you about both sides, right? That's one of the things that I always like to do whenever I see something that's like a little sticky situation. So that way I could see what's going on and stuff. So, as a seller, now I'm gonna play the role of the seller right now with you guys. As a seller, and I'm sure a lot of you guys know, one of the things you do is you spend a lot of time, a lot of effort in developing your craft and developing your products, developing your shop, getting everything organized, getting all the right equipment and all that kind of stuff. That's a lot of time and a lot of effort, a lot of energy, a lot of money, a lot of everything, right? And it takes a lot out of you. A lot of times people have this perception that they think that when you're a small business and you have your own business on the side and everything, that's kind of like you don't really do much. Well, no, you work really hard. Okay. You got to work really hard because you got to get your name out there. You got to really work hard on your products, and you really gotta focus on, a lot of stuff. I mean, it's your business. So you're looking at it you got to do everything. Okay. Like there are times I have to set my schedule, right? There are times when I have to sit in front of the computer and I have to do all my bookkeeping. Okay. I got to keep track of all my expenses. I have to keep track of all my driving. I have to keep track of when I'm meeting with customers. I have to keep track of all the materials that I'm buying and stuff like that. And I have to do, all the administrative stuff of owning a business. I have to make sure that my LLC is straight. I have to make sure that when I meet with the accountant, that all my numbers are right, because, I got to pay taxes and all that kind of stuff and everything. So there's a lot of administrative work that you have to do. Then you have your creative side, right? Where you have to come up with the designs, and you have to, you got to test designs, and you're going to be spending a lot of times in front of the embroidery machine. And, you got to maintain the machines. You got to make sure they get service. You're paying for these machines, so it can be a lot, and it can be very, very overwhelming. Okay. If you don't take it slow, if you don't step back and you don't organize and you don't put your correct time slots on when you're going to get things done, it can be kind of hard. Like with me, it's like, I still work full time. Okay. So from the morning till the afternoon, I have to focus on my job. Then, you know, once that is done, then it's like I have to focus on my channel. I also have to focus on my shop, you know, and you know, and then I have to also meet with customers, and I have to, you know, do all that kind of stuff. So yeah, my plate is quite full. And don't think that because my plate is full that I don't schedule time for me, because I do, you know, because if not, then I would be a mess. Okay. So the thing is, you know, one of the things is it's a lot. It's a lot of work. The other thing is, you know, you want to make your sales. When you make your sales, it's for a reason. You want to make money, right? So when you're making the money and you're making the samples, I want you to also think about this. When you're making samples, samples are doing two things for you, okay? When you're putting them, especially on your Etsy shop, okay? Samples are things, are products that you want to offer for sale. But samples also do something else for you. What they do is they display your skills. Your skills, your artist, you know, your how artsy fartsy you are and all that kind of stuff. You know what I mean? It, you know, it does something. And it also provides an impression of you and what your business is about. Okay. So when you're creating these samples and you're putting them out in your shop and all that kind of stuff, you know, keep those things in mind. You know, it's not just products that you want to offer people, but it's also a display of the type of skills that you have, and you know, and your craftsmanship. So make sure that when you're working on your samples, that you really are paying attention to those things. Your time is valuable. And, you know, you got to make sure that you are very organized. Okay. And make sure that when you are providing your products and your options of the products, that, what was I thinking when I wrote that? Let me see. Hold on a minute. You will spend time on thinking about, okay. Also, no, you're going to have your moments where you're going to have to sit in your sewing room, your embroidery room, wherever. And that's the time you're going to have to think about stuff. Like, and I guess what I mean is that's where you got to come up with your ideas. So I call that my zone time. My zone time is to like when I'm looking at stuff, like, I'll give you an example. All right. I'll look at this, right? And I'm thinking to myself, all right, I got this. What is the audience? Who do I want to sell this for? Do I want to aim at children? Do I want to aim at adults? Do I want to aim at, you know, whatever, you know what I'm saying? And then I have to come up with, you know, if I want to target at children, what type of embroidery designs am I going to put in there? What type of fonts, right? Because, you know, in embroidery, there's so many fonts. There's hundreds of fonts. So you have to start thinking of all that stuff. That's where you gather your ideas. So I call that my zone time, okay? So, you know, just know that from a seller's perspective, that's usually what I see, right? Now, what I was talking about in the videos, and I'm probably talking in circles and stuff like that, but you guys have watched me enough that you guys know how I think you guys know what I mean. What happened was the seller was talking about difficult customers. And how, you know, sometimes customers can be pretty difficult when it comes to selecting what they want. You know, they're very time consuming and they sometimes don't know what they want. And, you know, I guess the seller says, you know, it's like they got frustrated, right? Now, let's look at it from the buyer's point of view when it comes to embroidery, okay? A lot of times buyers come in and they come in with a mind, you know, like an image of what they want, right? Like I sometimes have customers that will come to me and they'll say, okay, Jeanette, I need let's see, what have I done lately? I need can you make a birthday shirt for my aunt, right? My aunt's turning 75. She wants a birthday shirt. So I'm like, okay, I can do that. But the thing is, they know they want a birthday shirt, but they don't really, they might have an idea, right? So what I'll do is I'll talk to them and I'll try to say, well, what colors are you looking for the shirt and all that kind of stuff. basically, this is how I look at it. If you're going to be in the embroidery business, or any type of business at all, where you're providing a product to somebody, you're going to have to be patient, and you're going to have to learn how to talk to the customer in a way so that you can understand what they want. Okay. Sometimes customers don't know what they want. And it's not because they're dumb or anything like that. It's just that sometimes they don't know what options are available. Okay. Sometimes they don't understand. Like, for instance, an example in embroidery is they don't understand the thousands of stitches that are involved when creating a design. They don't understand that when they tell me they want green thread, that what color green do you want? Okay, because we know that. Or I want red thread. Okay, that's fine. Well, which red thread do you want? Because we have so many different shades of red. We have so many different shades of green and yellow. And I can only tell you how many times people have come to the shop and they say, oh, I want red. And I go, okay. And I go, just go to the wall and pick out a color, right? Well, they'll go to the wall and then they see all these threads, and then they're like, they stay there for about good 10, 20, even half hours sometimes, looking at all the threads. And then I'm like, you sure you want that one? Because there's more threads on the other wall. Then next thing you know, then they're going to the other wall and they're looking there. So, the way I look at it is you have to be patient, because the way I see it is they don't know. You know what I'm saying? And this is important to them. And you don't want them to rush or anything like that. So to me, I always, when I know that it's custom, I know that I have to, and say, okay, what is it that you're looking for? What type of design? And then sometimes people will come up to you with a picture, right? And they think that you can just take that picture and just scan it somewhere and it's fine. No, it doesn't work that way. I have to take that picture. I have to meet with a digitizer. I have to have that file digitized. I have to then test that file that they digitize, because digitizers make mistakes, okay? And I have to make sure that it digitizes correctly. But before I even do any of that, before I even go to a digitizer to even digitize anything, I want to make sure, because that costs money, okay? Because digitizers don't work for free, okay? So I always have to make sure that that is exactly what you want. Okay, so the thing is, you have to be willing to take the time. Now, I don't know if the two videos that I was watching, if it got to the point where it was just like real frustration or whatever, but that was something that I kind of like picked up on, and I was kind of like, you gotta be patient, and there's a lot of times too, and it's happened to me. It's happened to me where, I've had a customer, they ask for something, and then I reply right away, and then I don't get a response from them 2 or 3 days later. Well, this is something that I say to that, okay? You asked me a question, I responded right away. Now, if it takes you 2 days to get right back to me, then that's fine. Because the way I see it is, that's your time. That's really not mine. Because I didn't sit by my computer waiting for a response, okay? While I answered back, and I'll check to see if you responded. But if you didn't respond, well, guess what? I'm working on somebody else's order. Okay, so it's just going to take longer for you to come to that final decision, for me to be able to take the steps necessary to work on your order. So, that's how I just look at it. Okay, because, I think the person was kind of like, that's wasted time. Well, it's wasted time. To me, I look at it as it's wasted time if you allowed that time to be wasted. That's how I see it. Okay, because the way I look at it is, I provided the response right away, and if you didn't respond right away back, and it's not anything bad. It could be too that maybe that person needed a minute to think. That person probably figured, I don't know, and stuff. And it's just something that that I was thinking about. I found that very, very interesting. I just found that interesting. And one of the things that I noticed is, because I've been running my business, and I don't just run on Etsy and stuff. I have local customers also, for that, I know people that own their own small businesses. So we like to support other small businesses. So it's like, they'll come to me if they need shirts for their company or hats for their company. And stuff. And I think there was something that I wanted to show you guys. I think I showed you guys the apron last week and stuff, something like that. But anyway, I just wanted to put that out there. And you got to understand too, sometimes customers, they do have a limited knowledge of what embroidery really entails of. So when you give them the price of embroidery, they kind of like flip out on you, right? They kind of really do. And it's kind of like, because they don't understand. Give them that lesson. Give them that lesson and just tell them and say, well, if you want me to do it, this is really how much it's going to cost. Don't cut yourself short either. Don't do that. Now, I'm not saying you could go ahead and I'm not saying I would recommend saying give them an outrageous price, but don't sell yourself short and stuff, because, you're doing this to make money. You're doing it because you enjoy it. But the thing is, you don't want to go broke doing it. You know what I'm saying? So, it's just stuff that I wanted to put out there. Let me see. Did I cover a lot of it? Because I know I talked a lot. Oh, there's something else that I wanted to mention to you about the options. Okay. Sometimes what happens is you end up going all over the place with your items, right? You want to do shirts, right? Okay. You want to do shirts. But there's a lot of options on shirts, okay? You could have fitted shirts. You can have unisex shirts. You can have different color shirts, different brands of shirts, different shirts with different fabrics, right? Some are 100% polyester, some 100% cotton, some are mixed, right? So, make sure, to help the situation, I find that by limiting the options, sometimes that's a little better, okay? Because it kind of helps the customer to make the decision a lot quicker. Because if you open the whole box, kind of like similar like what I do when they come over and I tell them pick a fabric. If you really think about it, I open up the whole box, okay? Because I told them pick the thread. There's thread on this wall. You go on this wall, there's thread, pick a thread, okay? I kind of open the whole box, okay? But if I came with a box of thread and I said, these are the colors that you can pick from, then I'm sure that, the process will probably get a little bit better. But when you limit the options a little bit, it gets a little easier. That's how I find, let me see. Did I cover? I know I talked kind of fast and stuff. Oh, it's only 8:30. Okay, I thought I was running out of time and stuff, but let me look through the chat, because I did see that somebody had a question. I saw that one of you guys said, hey, Jeanette, I have a question for you, and I want to get that. Hey, Miss Parker. Hey, Miss Wayne and Karen. Glad to enjoy yourselves. Yes, Karen, I enjoyed all those sales. Let me tell you, my phone was going ching, 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 ching. And I was like, oh, I was like, Carleo, I'm going to be able to pay your first rent already, I was excited and stuff. Hey, Miss Parker. Hey, Donna. Hey, Maria. Hey, Gail. I see Maddie and Mary Beth, 2011. The whole happy hour gang is here and stuff. Hey, Ann. Hey, Norma. And I know somebody had a question and stuff. Everyone from Miami. Hey, Norma, I'll be heading to Miami soon. I'm going to be heading to Miami and stuff. Hey, Sarah, Kathy. I see Cindy and Linda. Hey, Miss Brown. Hey, Barbara. I see Robin, Camp, and Shirley. Wow, there's a lot of you guys out here. Hey, Shayna. Hey, Iris. Yolanda. I know somebody had a question. Where are the questions? Because I kind of like the questions, Hey, Susan, Iris. Hey, Eartha and Barb. Hey, I see Francine. Miss Sampson. Reviews are everything. Yes. Okay. Yes. Oh, Miss Sampson. Yes. Thanks for saying that. That's the other thing too. Okay. Okay, customer service. Okay. Reviews are, she said it. She really said it. Let me tell you something. If you think that a customer cannot sense that you're impatient or you're wrong, you're wrong, you're wrong, you're wrong, you're wrong, you're wrong. You really, I mean, this is how I look. I want my customers to feel very, very focused. Now, let me tell you when we have a problem, though, or when a customer has a problem with your net. I'll tell you when. When I give you the options and you're trying to alleviate from those options. And I know that you're trying to kind of devalue the work. And what I mean by devalue the work is I already ran the numbers in my head of how much an item should be charged. Okay. And I'll give a perfect example of that. Dinner napkins. I offer dinner napkins and I already know how much that's my set price. That's it. Take it or leave it. That's it. These are the designs. This is the dinner napkin. These are the dinner napkins that I work with because I know they embroider very well on. And I can get plenty of them in stock. And, you know, they come in nice little colors. And I've done a lot of them. Okay. Now, the customer, I don't know, for some reason, didn't, you know, started asking me questions about the quality of the dinner napkin. I answered all the questions. And then they were like, well, can you lower the price? And I'm like, no. Not doing that. So then they came on, they said, well, what if we gave you our own napkins? I'm like, no. So when that happened, you know, when they were talking, you know, when I saw that she was like, can you lower the price? And then, well, what if I send you my own? I said, you know what? I'm not the person for you. So I said, I really think that you should look for another shop, you know, that can probably, you know, fit your needs better. You know, this is the reason why I felt that way. Because of what Miss Sampson said, reviews are everything, okay? No matter how accommodating you can be sometimes, if something goes wrong, okay, they're not going to remember that you deviated from using your own product and lowering your price. What they're going to remember is that they bought napkins to you and they didn't like the outcome. I don't know if she was going to, you know, I mean, this is the thing. I knew the napkins that I was working on and I know the material, okay? And I know how thick they are. I know that they embroider well. What if she comes into the door and then she gives me these real thin ones? And you know that embroidery and very thin fabric doesn't mix very well, okay? Not with all designs. You can do it, but sometimes it can be a problem. Okay. The perfect example of that was the 36 shirts. Okay. When I first started the channel last year and stuff, 30 at a company wanted 36 shirts and it wasn't even the company's fault. That was my fault. I'm the one that picked those shirts. Okay. I picked it because when I saw the shirts, I said, these are a nice soft shirt. And I knew that it was a flooring company. And I kept thinking about the workers and I'm thinking, I want, you know, I know if I was an employer, I would want my workers that I had to wear a company shirt that I would be very comfortable in. So it was nice and soft and airy, but I did not think about the embroidery. So the owner was not the one that picked the shirts. I'm the one that picked the shirts. So I couldn't blame the owner on that, okay? But the thing is, because of that experience that I had, I learned that if I'm going to be embroidering on different types of fabric, I want to do the fabric thing. I'll experiment. And then if I know that I can embroider on a particular fibers and fabric well, then that's what I'll offer in my shop. I don't like it when customers come to me with their particular items, unless it's items that I know. Okay. That's why when they say I want to bring my own items, I'm kind of very standoffish on that for the simple reason that something goes wrong, then we're going to have a problem. You're going to be mad at me because, you know, sometimes machines hiccup. Okay. Sometimes machines hiccup. We all know that. Okay. You'll be working on the single needle machine and all of a sudden it'll skip a stitch, or, you know, something happened with the bobbin or the needle broke or something like that. And it popped a hole in the fabric or something like that. You know, the big machines make, you know, kind of hiccups too. You got to watch these babies. So, you know, I don't like doing that. That's just, that's just my thing. If I do it, I need to know where you got that product from. Okay. And I know I'll take that risk, because that way I know that if I messed up your shirt, I know where you bought that shirt, and I'll go and I'll eat up the cost, and I'll go and I'll buy another shirt, and I'll replace that shirt. You know what I'm saying? But I don't like to. So reviews are very, very, very important. So you got to be careful. You got to be very confident in what you're doing and stuff like that. But Samson, thank you so much for mentioning reviews, because yes, that'll break and make your business. That really will and stuff. Hey, Lillian, how you doing? Hey, okay, you said the word that pushed my button, Cricut. I ordered the Cricut maker for my best friend. She didn't receive it. I have been on the phone for hours, still no answer. Oh, where'd you order it from? I wonder if you ordered it straight from Cricut. It could be 2011 that they're like, because if I remember correctly, I believe the Cricut Maker 3 is supposed to come out, I think the 17th of this month or whatever. I got the Cricut Maker. I don't have the Cricut Maker 3, but it could be that they're selling like hotcakes, and they probably got a lot of calls. So I hope it comes. I really hope it comes and stuff. Don't you have a tracking? Yeah, you should have a tracking number. They should have gave you a tracking number. I would check that to see. I hope nobody snagged that sucker, because I would be pissed. And stuff. And they should have insurance. If they sent that to you and you didn't get it, the postal office, if anything, they should have insurance when they sent that to you. Because, you're talking about an expensive machine. So I would, I would look at that and stuff. Let me see. I've been looking for a group like this. I'm new. Hey, M88, how you doing? Miss 88 Keys, how you doing? And stuff. Oh, yep, hit that like button, people, if you like the video and stuff. Hey, Miss Miles, beautiful blanket. Thanks, Miss Parker. Not selling one. I ain't selling any of them. But it could be two that I came late to the game. Okay, because the people were selling these things already on Etsy. So I came and I went and I bought them. Oh, and another tip for you guys, website D as in David, H as in Henry, and then gate.com. If you go to that website, you can buy a lot of blanks at a very low cost. The only catch, and it's true, the only catch is they're coming from overseas. So when they come from overseas, you're looking at it. It's not an Amazon shipment. Okay, you're not gonna get it tomorrow. You're not gonna order it and get it tomorrow. What's gonna happen is you're gonna order it and you're gonna get it like a month and a half from now. But if you plan ahead, okay, like for instance, Christmas, holidays come same time every year. Okay, so if you can't get stuff like like this I got from dhgate.com. I bought like 50 of them and stuff. And I placed another order, okay? And I know I'm not going to get it for Father's Day, but that's okay, because next year's another Father's Day. And if this was hot this year, it's probably going to be hot maybe for Christmas and stuff, even though Christmas I'm probably going to be out of the game because I'm going to be on a cruise, which that was on me, because I should not have scheduled that cruise during Christmas time, but it's okay. We all need a vacation and stuff like that. But I just want to give you guys that tip, because, that's a good place. Sometimes that you can get things in bulk. Okay. So if you're looking to buy things in bulk and stuff, that's a good site to look for clothes. That's baby products. They have the baby hats, the onesies, and all that. They got them. So, just take a look. It's worth a look. And if you're not sure about the item, then, because it is from a long far. You don't want to pay, one of the things that I did when I bought my pocket pillows, I ordered one. I just ordered one. I just wanted to see it. Then when it came, I looked at it, and then I was like, okay, because this is how I look at it. If it was one and it was crappy, I only spent money on one. Okay. It didn't come boxes, and then I opened it and then I got 50 of crappy pocket pillows. Okay. I only ordered one. So when I saw that it was a good quality and stuff, I said, oh, okay, fine. I'll order 50. Then I went and I did the big order. So if you see something on there that you like, like baby gowns or baby hats or, baby blankets or whatever. And I did the same thing with the quilted blanket. Ordered one, came in, looked at the quality. I was like, okay, I like it. And then I said, all right, I want 50. Well, I think I ordered 60, something like that. But just something to, for you guys to think about, go to these sites and you can buy them in bulk, and then you have them. Christmas is coming. They have the Christmas bags, Christmas sacks. Okay. And you can put children's names on them. They come out really cute. People put the gifts in there to put it under the tree. I mean, there's lots of things that you can get on those sites. And then, sock it away. And, when the holiday comes, you just pull it out and you can do your thing, get that money, let's see. Hey, Susan, how you doing? Do you know how well I do not know, Susan, how well the blankets wash. Let me see. And there is nothing on here about washing instructions. No, all it says is the size and that it's a baby quilt. That's it. So I don't know. And I'm gonna be honest, the way I feel it, I don't think it should be a problem washing this, Susan. I think this would be I don't think it feels very durable and stuff. I could take the sample. I'll put it in the washing machine and see. I mean, I think it would be good washing and putting it in the dryer. I don't see this as shrinking or anything like that. It doesn't. I will be honest, these blankets do not feel cheap or cheesy or anything. I really, really do like them, which is why I was like, oh, well, let me get 60 of them, because these things will probably sell like hotcakes, and if I can personalize them and all that kind of stuff. But I haven't sold it, so that's okay. So, if worst comes to worst, when Carlito finally graduates from medical school and all that kind of stuff, and I have all the grandkids, everybody will have a blanket. Everybody will have 10 of them or something. I don't know, whatever. Jeanette, I would like to buy some blankets. Taria, I will put some blankets on there because I think I'm going to sell some of the blanks. I am going to probably sell some of the blanks and stuff. Oh, and look who's here. Hi, Mello. How are you? And stuff. Oh, you're wet. Okay. Oh, somebody was out in the rain. Okay. It was raining, so. See? There he is. You want to say hi? You want to say hi? Oh, he's lying down. Okay. Whew. He was out there. All right. So, let's see. Mello's okay. He seems to be okay. My husband's calling him because he knows we're doing the live, and Mello can sometimes get a little rambunctious, and stuff. Hey, Iris, how are you? You guys are my group therapy. Iris, I actually look forward to Fridays. I kind of really do. I like this hour that we spend together, because I feel like, I don't know, like I could talk to you guys about my week and all the things that I've done in embroidery and stuff like that. Oh, let me show you too what I've been doing too. I went to Walmart. They got the beach towels, and I made one for my nephew Herman. And yeah, he spells it with 2 N's. Well, I hope he does. Not. I guess my sister will tell me. So, and then I'll be like, well, take the seam ripper, and just take out an N then. Okay. And there were, I was like, oh, this is fun. So I am going to put this on my shop, because it's summer. And then I figure what I'll do is I will put it locally, because, a lot of, now that things are getting a little better and people are starting to come out, I'm sure people are going to go to the beach more, hopefully, and all that kind of stuff. So I can sell the, maybe people will want stuff to personalize it. One of the things that I really liked about these beach blankets that I got from Walmart was that I did not know that on the top of the blanket, they have a hook. Isn't that cool? I didn't know that. I did not know it. So it has like a little hook. So because it had this little hook, what I did was I made sure that I put the name at the bottom, because I figured if they have it like hooking, if they hook it on their bathroom door, that way their name shows. You know what I'm saying? So I thought that was like really, really cute. I got to make one for my niece, because you know how it is. If you do one for one, you got to do one for the other. Then, big fight, So, but they're older, but still, drama, So anyway, but I'm going to do one for my niece, Gabby. So I'll make her a towel. And then I figured that's pretty cool, because that way I can do a boy and a girl. And of course, because I'm making one for Herman and Gabby, I'll have to make one for Carlito as well, because then, it'll be an issue, and stuff. Hey, Lisa, how you doing? Hey, Robin, question. Jeanette, are anyone, all brother machines compatible to use the same needles and bobbins I have? Okay. No, they are not. Okay. Robin, okay. All right. She could use okay. All right, Robin. Needles, yes. Okay. The needles, all the brother machines can use it. However, the bobbins, no. And I'm gonna show you. Okay. When it comes to the bobbins and it depends. Like I said, it depends on your machine. Okay. Now I don't know where my bobbins are, and I know I have bobbins. Here we go. All right. If you are using the SC1900, right, that's the single needle machine, you have the bobbin that has the plastic, okay? If you are using a brother multi-needle machine, then those bobbins are an L, okay? It's a different style, and this is what the multi-needle machine uses, okay? This is mine, okay? This does not have any sides, and these are the ones that I love, because this is magnetic right here. So this is the side that I would pop into the machine, and the other side is just plastic, all right? So these do not have any sides on it, but the other ones on the single needle do have the plastic, the plastic case, all right? Now, there is, though, a caveat, all right? I could, in fact, use these bobbins on the SC1900, but what I would do is I would use a bobbin spacer, okay? The bobbin spacer is, and I don't have it, it's a bobbin, and if you look on the Facebook group, I did post a picture of it. It looks similar to the bobbin case, but it's like you oh man. I hold on, I'll show you. And I don't have it. I can't find it. Oh man. I don't. Yep, I do. Okay. I got it. And let me show it to you. And I'll show you how to do it. Okay. This is okay. Okay, Robin. Here we go. All right. There's a piece like this that came with your SC1900, and this is called a bobbin spacer, okay? Now, the reason why you have this is because, like I said, these are the L style, and these don't have the sides. So what you do is you take this and you put it inside. So as you can see, what that does is it adds a little space in it, so it kind of lifts the bobbin up. So that means you would be able to use these bobbins on the SC1900, okay? Now, I hope that helps a little bit. Now, as for the needles, okay, remember, there's different needles for different uses. You have the different sizes, right? You got the 65-9, you got the 80-12, you got the 75-11. Depending on the fabric that you're sewing on and what you're doing, if you're doing leather, you're doing jeans, you're doing cotton fabric, that will determine the needle size that you're going to use. However, though, if you have a certain needle, it just has to be the one with the flat, they call flat shank, which means that the top of the needle is kind of flat. And that is what will go up on, what will insert on the single needle and also on the multi-needle. So I'm hoping that that answers your question. So let me see. Tip for listing. If you're on the East Coast time zone, list your product according to the West time zone. Diane, I am the worst person when it comes to the time, I tell you. And you should see me when I have to set up meetings at work. And then people at Europe, they're like, it's midnight over here. I'm like, sorry. I'm the worst. I got to get better on that. I really do. So Diane Country, trust me, I'll get better. And you know what? I should do that for the YouTube videos also, because I bet you, because I'm on Standard Eastern time, and I bet you when I post it that it's at 8 o'clock, they don't know if it's 8 o'clock on Central time or, the other times, So, that's something that I do have to work on and get better and stuff. Hey, Renee, how you doing? Think they're the same. Look, I think I answered all that. Hey, Tammy, how are you? Okay. Hey, you are so right. Brainstorming ideas is so important. I go to sleep thinking of ideas and I wake up thinking of practice. It is. You have to, and you know what it is too, is sometimes you're going to have the idea come at a moment. It's kind of like, artists, like, that are songwriters and stuff like that, sometimes the ideas just pop in at the time when you're kind of like, you'll be washing dishes or something like that, and all of a sudden a hum comes and you're like, oh, okay, next thing you know, they're getting a Grammy, You just don't know, Hey, Susan, I dropped and lost a screw that goes to the needle plate on my SC19. How I can get another one? Lowe's. You should be able, Susan, you should be able to get a replacement at Lowe's. If not, I know there is a website, and I think it's called sewingmachineplus.com, where you can find replacement parts. But I really think, it's a screw. It's a little screw. You should be able to go to Lowe's or Home Depot. If you take the other screw, because I know the needle plate has two. So just take the other one with you to Lowe's. I bet you they could get you a screw for that. I have 2 brother machines and each uses their own Pacific bobbin. Have your friend check her user. Yep. Yeah. Not all machines use the same bobbin. Not all of them. So yeah, Kathy, totally agree. One thing is that I started to do is to take a deposit because people ask for these things. I do it and don't even ship it. Pay. Yep. Oh yes. Samson is so correct. If there ain't no money, there ain't no work. That's right. If you want the work, you're gonna have to pay up. I take the payment, or if you can't pay me now, then that's fine. I can't work now. When the money shows up, that's when the work starts. I'm saying yes, because what's gonna happen when you do that is sometimes what happens is, especially personalized items, okay? People will go and they'll say, oh, get me this, and then they'll never pick it up, and then you're stuck. You're screwed. Like let's say if I was making this for somebody, oh, make me one with the name Herman, then they never show up. What am I gonna do with a beach towel with the name Herman? You know how hard it's gonna be to sell something like that. So yes, money up front, or if there's no money, there's no work. That's it. It's like, nope, don't do it. Let's see. Any more questions? Oh, I think I scrolled up a little too far. It was a gift. Oh, that was a gift. Oh man, 2011. I hope so, because you know what? She would love that gift. I just ordered the 25 bundle for my new needle machine. Oh, what 25 bundle? What are you guys talking about? Hey, Walk by Faith, how are you? Hey Jade, how you doing? Okay, sounds crazy, but I used a magnet and sweep, and there's heavy chest and drawer sewing machine. I have not moved, can't find a replacement, and I have to move that heavy thing. Oh, Susan, it looks like you're moving. Man, I missed out on the conversation. Okay, here you go. Okay. I still haven't figured out the buyer. The buyer asked the question, buy now, pay now. I reply proof, and then they're gone for a week and they ask if their order is. Huh. Yeah, Diane, I mean, I'm telling you, I do not start an order. If the payment's not there, I don't start the order. Unless I know the person extremely well, okay? And it's like a good friend that I've known for lots of years because I know they're not going to screw me, you know? Then for them, I would do it because I know they're good friends and they're good for it. I know they're good for it and they're not going to do something like that. But for people I don't know, what I do is I have QuickBooks. I create a invoice. I send it to them and I put it on the invoice. Work begins when payment is received. Okay. And that's it. And, you know, I will not, I don't work without the cash. I just don't. Yes, we miss Mello. Yeah, well, Mello made his appearance. It looked like he was out in the rain playing too because he's all wet and everything. So, let me see. People don't leave reviews. You have to send a follow-up and politely ask. Okay, Lisa, this is one of the things that I do. Yeah, not everyone that purchases an item is going to leave a review. However, though, one of the things that I do is I do put a sticker on my invoice. And one of the things that the sticker says, it says, thank you for your purchase. Our goal is to earn your 5-star rating. If there's an error, please contact me before leaving neutral or negative feedback. I always put this sticker on the invoice along with advertisement for the channel and all that kind of stuff. So, you know, I always put a little note or a little sticker. So that's something that you can do. You can, you know, put a little piece of paper or something, and just ask for feedback. You know, tell them, please, you know, we thrive on being a 5-star shop. And you'll be surprised. A lot of people will leave the feedback, especially when you give them that sticker, because I noticed that I have been getting more and more ever since I started to include that in my packaging. So, Lisa, you may want to give that a shot. What is the average color usually embroidered? Is it for? Usually, Livette, for apparel. Okay. Usually my colors are usually the very basic ones, which is like the red, the black, the blue, the red, the white, the black, the blue, the red, a lot of greens, a lot of pinks for the girls and stuff like that. But it depends on the embroidery designs. Now, when you're talking about personalization, right? For example, something like this, you know, like the towels and all that kind of stuff. A lot of times the color kind of depends on what I think is going to pop out. And, you know, usually what I do is when I have a particular product like this, I will, I kind of look at it and then I say, okay, I know the red would look nice, or I can probably do a yellow, or if I have a thread that matches this or this, maybe it'll pop out. You know, I kind of make recommendations and stuff like that. So, you know, do I have an average color? When it comes to the personalization and stuff like that, you know, as you can see, like even when I personalized the baby blanket, I kind of picked a color that was very similar to the trim. So a lot of times, you know, I kind of just eyeball and I kind of like pick colors that I think would really go not just with the design, but with the colors that are in the item. So I hope I answered that question, Lavette. You know, let me see. Have you done a video on how to make the dinner napkins? You know, I think I did, but if not, I could do another one. Now, I do have a list. Okay, I have a list of 13 videos that I have to do. I knocked out 2. Okay, I did a video on knockdown stitches and embossed frames. Okay, and I also did a video on centering your embroidery. Okay, so if you look on the channel, you have those 2 videos. I have 12 more to go. I do have one that is called Handmade Summer Napkins, okay? And that's not really embroidery. That's more on the sewing side. So I do have that one that I'm going to make. But I believe I already have one on embroidering dinner napkins. But if not, I can make one. I mean, that's real easy and stuff. I can make one, Mary. So, you know, just post it on the Facebook group if you don't see something, and I can do that for you, okay? And so, you sound like the show Romper Room. I do? Oh my God. I don't know what Romper Room is. Oh my God, I remember watching that program. What? Now I'm going to go look that up. Order the Cricut Maker from. Yeah, where did you order that from? Now I'm curious and stuff. Thanks, Jeanette and Iris. I'm hoping it can be found or replaced. It was a gift. I know. And that sucks, you know. It's especially when it's a gift, you know, everything. Because, you know, how does the back of the blanket look? Okay, well, okay, the back of the blanket, it is just the regular embroidery that's in the back. The thing is, this one is not for sale. This is a sample blanket, but I am going to tell you, so this is how the back looks. I use cutaway, okay? So this is how the back looks. Now, the back will not look like this when I sell it to a customer. What I will be doing is I will be putting Tender Touch in the back, okay, to cover this, all right? Because I don't like the way this looks. So I'll be using Tender Touch, and I'll be using my heat press to really, you know, stick it so that way it covers nicely. I do the same thing with my dinner napkins. I like to put Tender Touch in the back and stuff. So that's what I would do, Diane. I mean, you know, this is just a sample that I have because I was just testing out designs and all that kind of stuff. But when it goes, when I do sell it, the backing will not look like that. It'll have the Tender Touch or the cloud cover on it for sure. Because I don't, you don't want to look like that, you know. I did some beach towels for my grandkids. Yeah, the beach towels are real easy, and I really like that. That's really nice. Walmart, here I come. Yep, and let me tell you something. $5. They were $4.88. $4.88 for these. $4.88. And you know, and I'm gonna tell you something. You embroider this, okay? You can sell them. You can easily sell this for like $15, $20 with the person's name. Because if you really think about it, you got to hoop it. And if you do the name, and this is the other thing too, even though you're just doing the person's name, this is 2 inches. This is the 2-inch font, okay? It's a lot of thread, okay? So don't think, oh my God, Jeanette, that's a lot of money. No, it's not. No, it's not. You're using a lot of thread depending on the name. And the thing is, you're not going to use a small font on a beach towel. It's a big beach towel and stuff. How, you know, you want them to see their name, right? So, yeah, so this is, I would sell this for like $15, $20, okay? $15 local, $20 if it's online and you have to ship it out. So you tell them free shipping, and that way, you know, when you ship it out, you got to pay like $4 for shipping, right? So you're still getting your $15. That's how I would do it. That's just me. Hint, hint. Okay. Let me see. I spend way too much time and money in Walmart. But you know, Iris, if you fix them up and you embroider them and you sell them, you get that money back. I have to stay clear and free. Yeah, Mary Beth. No, it is addicting. I mean, I will tell you. Yeah, Joanne is too expensive. Okay, Joanne is expensive, yes. However, though, if you use your Joanne coupons, and if you are a teacher or you're military, you get a discount at Joann's, okay? So if you go for their sales and you use their coupons and your discount, you're good. Okay, perfect example of that, scissors. Okay, I like those ginger scissors. Very, very expensive. But if you get the Joanne coupon, you can get them 50% off, plus you get your military discount. So it is expensive, Mary Beth. You just gotta look for those sales and stuff. Don't pay full price. That's really the bottom line. Just don't pay the full price. Let me see. Yep, coupons. See, agree. Only go with coupons. See, Lisa knows. Robin, you answered both my questions. Awesome. Okay. East Coast time says it's 3 p.m. Diane, I will get it right. I will get it right. And I will make sure that I get that timing right. Because it could be too that maybe that's why sometimes some of my views are a little low, because I don't have all the different things. So Diane, I'm on a mission now, and I'm going to write down all the times so that way the next time more people would know and stuff. Okay. I wanted to know where you purchased the large thread coats. Okay. Go to oh god, allthreads.com. Allthreads.com has the best price. Okay. I get the Madeira, and they're the large combs. I tried getting them from Amazon. Don't do it. You know, even though I have an Amazon shop and affiliated, but you guys know me. I'm honest all the way, and I'm cheap, and I don't want you guys spending money like that. Okay. Just like I did like with the brother, what is it? The serger. Amazon had it for $250. What I say? Go to Walmart, $199. Okay, that's $60. That's a lot of money. So the same thing with the thread. If you want the big combs, unless it's an emergency, go to allstitch.com. Okay, they got them. They're like about like $8.95 for the large combs. Okay, if you go on Amazon, you're paying $16. However, this is the only thing 2017, 2011. I've been calling you 2017, haven't I, Miss Max? Oh my goodness. Anyway, the only thing with allstitch.com is the free shipping. You gotta like pay like $150 of items, and then you get the free shipping, right? So if you don't get the free shipping and you buy the comb, you're gonna end up paying $16. So you might as well have gotten it from Amazon, right? But the thing is, allstitch.com doesn't just sell the thread. They also sell the stabilizer. They sell bobbins. They sell needles and all that kind of stuff. So what I usually do is when I start looking, when I have to do my big buy, I'll walk around and I'll go, okay, I'm running low on this color, this color, this color, this color. I make a list of all the big combs that I need. If I'm running low on the stabilizer or my bobbins and stuff like that, then I'll get all that stuff in big bulk. That way I have $150 worth of items, and then I have my free shipping, and I know that I paid a decent price for all the items. Other than that, then I'll go straight to Amazon and stuff like that, so that's how I do it, always run the numbers. Always run the numbers. I'm telling you, keep the money in your pocket, and stuff, because, okay, sometimes you drop a screw and never ends where you think it dropped. Yep. And that's why, sometimes another thing too, when you go to Lowe's, they get and you look for that screw, get several. And that way you have them somewhere else so that the next time you lose it, you don't get that upset. I do the same thing with even tools. Like for my multi-needle, I have a special screwdriver to take out the to change needles and everything. I bought like 4 of them. My needle threaders, I bought like 4 of them. I went online and I ordered extra because, they only give you one when you buy a machine. But then if you misplace it, then you're kind of like, oh, it's like, really, you get upset, Wondering which you do more often, multi-needle or single, wondering which you do get more often, multi-colors or single colors. I actually do the single colors more often. I do have the thread that has the different types of colors on them, and they look great, but the thing is, usually it's the solid colors. That's what people want and stuff. And I've been getting into the metallic thread too and stuff. That's Harmony's fault. She got me on that and stuff. Oh, the rotary cutter. What's the best way to contact you? Okay. Send me a message through Facebook, Nadria, and I can help you out and stuff. Hi, Jeanette. Sitting in my salon, working on the quilting, watching your YouTube. Just want to say hi. Hey, Cello. How are you? How you doing? When you embroider colored dinner napkins, what cover? Okay, do you use? Okay. I'm making a turquoise one at my nephew's wedding, and I didn't know what I should do. Oh, okay. Is the color okay? All right. If I have a beige, if the napkin is beige or white, then I use white. If the napkin is black, then of course I'm going to use black. Here is something that you may want to consider. If the napkin that you're using is a turquoise color, or this is another option that you can do, Mary Beth, okay? And this is something that a lot of people even do with towels, okay? Get a empty bobbin case. Wind it with the same color thread that you're using for the dinner napkin, okay? That way, and I'm assuming that the design you're putting on the top is one color. If that's the case, put the bobbin the same color and then embroider it. That way, you don't have to worry about covering up the back, because what happens is the back is the same color as the front. That's what I would do, okay? So just something, to think about and stuff. But and send me a message too if you have questions and stuff. You have a very good video on dinner. Oh, I do. Okay, yes. Okay. Hey, work my face. Yes, then I probably do. I probably have one. But if you guys need me to make another one, let me know. I'll do it. It's okay. That's true. I always take my son. He's ex-military. Yeah, I'm telling you, that discount. Get the discount. Do online. Okay. Is there a thing, embroidery paper dinner napkins? I can see myself doing that. I feel like it's paper thrown away and it's hard thing. Okay. Okay, Lavette. Yeah, people have been I have seen people even embroider on toilet paper. Okay. And I kind of agree, but I have seen it. And what they do is they take a couple of plies, of toilet paper, and then they embroider on it, right? And they do like little, toilet paper where it says "Let It Snow." I've seen this a lot for Christmas and all that kind of stuff. What do I feel about it? I'm gonna be honest with you. I wouldn't. It's not my thing either. Okay, it's cute. I think it looks cute. I do. I think it looks cute. The only thing is I would feel like I wasted thread on toilet paper. Now, as an alternative, this is something that just popped in my head just now, since you mentioned that, okay? This is what I would do, is I would embroider on a piece of fabric. And it's like I would wrap it around, like how you do a basket and you put the plastic over the basket with a little bow. Well, I would do like a little pouch. I would do like a little pouch where I could put like the toilet paper or something like that in there. And then I would just like put a little bow and stuff like that. That way you don't have to throw away the pouch, right? You use the toilet paper and you don't throw away the pouch and stuff like that. Now for dinner napkins being paper, I wouldn't do paper dinner napkins because of that. It's like one of the things that I like about embroidering on cloth napkins is because you can wash them and you can reuse them, right? You just wash them, put them in the dryer, and then you take them out of the dryer and you iron them and you reuse them. And I feel like that's more functional, okay? Because one of the things that I like about the dinner napkins is, you can use them for weddings. You can use them for Thanksgiving. You can use them for special dinners and stuff like that. So it's not just like a one-time use. So, if you're going to be doing, paper napkins and you need them embroidered or something like that, then what I would do for that is I would look to see if maybe you could use heat vinyl transfer, okay, and iron the initials on the paper napkin and stuff like that. You can easily cut those using the Cricut machine and then just take a light iron and then you can just iron it right on there on the paper napkin. And that way it's not like you're wasting a lot of thread, because I just feel like thread is, I have respect for the thread, I guess. I just have respect for the thread. Not that I don't have respect for heat vinyl transfer, but it's just that to tell me to sew on a paper napkin like that. And the thing is, I don't know if you've seen my dinner napkins. I put so much detail on it because I do frames, okay? And then I do the initial. that it's just, I would just be like, no. I don't care how much you would tell me that you would pay. It's just, it's not. And this is the other thing too. Paper is very flimsy. It tears. Okay. So, you know, embroidering on that type, it can be very difficult. It's probably something that when you're embroidering, you might have to go slow. You're not going to be able to embroider very quickly because it can tear. So I could just, to me, what goes through my mind is not just the thread, the amount of thread, you know, on a piece of paper, but also, you know, the amount of time and it's so easy to make a mistake. Paper can tear at any time. And when you are embroidering, the stitches are very close to each other, and you don't know if the paper is going to be able to hold that, you know, especially a napkin. Napkins are very, very soft. They're very delicate, you know, because you're putting them on your face and that kind of stuff. I don't know how well some of those paper napkins would be to embroider on. You know, I don't know how well they can handle it with all the different holes. Because if you really think about it, these designs are thousands of stitches. So every stitch has 2 holes, okay? Because it's on one side and the other, okay? So take that number of stitch, times it by 2, and that's the number of holes that you are putting in that napkin. So is that paper, that napkin, strong enough to hold for 60,000 holes, for 30,000 holes? I don't know. And it could be very frustrating. So I wouldn't, it's not something I would do. I don't know. I wouldn't take on that task to play with it. I probably, you know, take one and see, you know, but I don't commit until you try and you know you can do it. That's all I'm saying. And to me, it's just like, oh, I don't know. I don't know if I would do it. I don't know. I don't know. But each his own. Everybody does different, you know. You never know. Hey, Iris. Hey, Gail. Hey, Angela. Let me see. Hey, Celie. If you have a magnetic hoop, use the magnetic hoop to find the screw. Hey, Shell, that's a good idea. Yes, a magnet. A magnet may be able to pull that out for you. You never know. And stuff. Hey, Home. How are you? First Liza, you're welcome. Oh, and yes, that is true, Diane. Yes, Michaels offers military discounts and teachers discounts too. So if you're a teacher, also, and they have coupons and stuff, you know, because I think Hobby Lobby did something with their coupons. I think they got rid of their coupons or something like that. I don't know, but I don't like Hobby Lobby for the simple reason they don't offer the military discount and stuff. And I'll browse and get ideas from them. But it's very rare that I actually shop there for the simple reason that I a lot of times there's things that I go there for the ideas. That's all. And it's just a lot of some of the things I feel that I could find them at Michael's, and I can get my military discount and I can use my coupons there. So I just, you know, and like you guys already know, I like saving my money. I really do. And so, hey, Iris. Thanks for the shout out, but you pronouncing my name wrong. You know, is it Ciola? Miss Ballard. I'm going to say Ballard. You're saying yes. And hello in Spanish. Sorry, I don't mean to correct. It's okay, sweetie. I mean, I'm okay with that. Yes, appreciate to teach the Michaels. Yeah, that's one of the things that I really, really, really like about Michaels is that that military discount and all that kind of stuff. And they have really good sales too. They really, really do and stuff. So, you know, but guys, it is 9:23 and stuff. Went over my hour and stuff. I hope the information that I gave you guys was valuable, because I really wanted to share with you guys how I found out about, you know, making that pocket pillow and stuff. I'm serious. That's a really, really good way to do it. If you just go best sellers and you just look at different things that have, you know, I mean, there's nothing wrong with getting ideas from other people. There's nothing wrong with that. Okay. And you just put your little spin in there and you're good to go and stuff like that. And I hope, you know, you guys took away some of my perspective of customer service and all that kind of stuff, you know, because there's good and bad. The best, so okay. Hey Calvin, I love Embrilliance. Embrilliance is what I use for embroidery software. I like it, but the thing is, I'm a Mac user. That's why I like it. But there is a lot of software out there. But I am an Embrilliance person and stuff like that. So guys, I am going to sign out for now. And I hope you guys like this video. Please give it a thumbs up. If you're new to my channel, please subscribe. And you guys know I am here every Friday at 8 o'clock. And if you are not part of the Facebook group, we have Embroidery Happy Hour Adventures. It's a great, great Facebook group. It's where everybody shares their projects, their ideas. If you need help, just ask the question and we are there, to help you out. And, we share, we share our success and stuff. And sometimes we share our failures too. It's okay. We all fail, right? So we help each other out. So anyway, guys, I hope you like this video and stuff. Please hit that like button and stuff, and I will see you guys next week, and I am going to continue to keep working on these videos for you guys. All right, so you guys have a good night. Please be safe.